Hello and welcome to IndianExpress.com. The winter session of the Parliament was a complete washout, with both houses of the Parliament witnessing repeated adjournments due to disruptions by both the opposition as well as the Treasury benches. To discuss this further, I'm joined by my colleague Pradeep Kaushal to throw more light on why the winter session of the Parliament was the least productive in the last 15 years. Pradeep sir, first of all, what do you think was the opposition's strategy when it comes to the winter session of the Parliament as far as the demonetisation issue is concerned?
See, the opposition, I guess, was a little confused. For instance, in the Rajya Sabha, they had a discussion on the first day, and suddenly the next day they changed the goalpost and they said, they wanted the Prime Minister to sit through the discussion and also speak in the House. When the BJP agreed to this demand, they said the Prime Minister must listen to all speakers, sit through an entire discussion, which is unprecedented. No Indian Prime Minister would have the time to listen to, say, 50 speakers in the House. So this is one. In the Lok Sabha, their strategy was different. In the Rajya Sabha, they simply wanted a discussion. In the Lok Sabha, they said they must have a vote at the end of the discussion. Now it is very difficult to understand why did they not insist upon a vote in a house where the BJP is in a minority.
Absolutely.
They wanted a vote in a house where the BJP is in a majority. That's one. Two, initially it seemed in the Lok Sabha that they probably wanted to stall a discussion, and therefore they were all through insisting upon discussing the demonetisation under a rule which provides for voting at the conclusion.
Okay.
But later on, it seemed that they wanted a discussion and they wanted Rahul Gandhi to speak.
Okay.
So therefore, from an adjournment motion, they shifted to 184 rule discussion, which provides for voting again. And then they said they wanted a discussion under Rule 193, which the BJP had insisted upon all through, and then wanted Rahul to open the discussion. But this time round, the BJP didn't allow them to have a free run of the place. So they didn't want to provide Rahul Gandhi with a platform. To hold forth on the issue.
Okay.
So I would say that the opposition was not really consistent all through.
So basically they were very confused as far as the strategy was concerned to tackle an issue like demonetisation debate. But why? Can you analyse the main reasons why the winter session of the Parliament is considered one of the least productive in the last 15 years?
The Indian parliamentary system has evolved over the years. Now, it's very difficult to blame the Congress for the disruptions.
Okay.
The BJP has practiced the same art in the past. So, it's not fair to say that, well, the Congress is bad because it has followed a strategy of disrupting proceedings. But I only wish to emphasize that while, yes, it was a least productive session, the Congress would have been a gainer had at the end of the session it would have emerged as something like one up over the BJP.
Okay.
That didn't happen. There were no clear winners, no clear losers. And secondly, the middle class, it somehow doesn't relish the idea of people disrupting proceedings. So earlier on, the middle class was not so large, and therefore the opinion of the middle class didn't matter as much as now.
Right.
So it is not something which is well received by the Indian middle class.
But sir, do you think that over the years, disruptions are being used as a political tool? How far do you think that tool is effective in this time?
Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. For instance, the BJP disruption of Parliament over the 2G issue helped it.
Okay, it was a big gainer for them.
Now, I would explain why. One session was a complete washout because the BJP insisted that the government set up a joint parliamentary committee to go into the 2G scam.
Okay.
Now, after the session got washed out, the government did appoint a JPC. So
Okay.
ultimately, the BJP was proved right. The BJP said, well, the Congress was responsible for it, which was in power at that time, saying that now the Congress had realized that its demand was justifiable. So, if the Congress were to agree to the appointment of a JPC to go into the 2G scam, then why let the whole session get washed out?
Washed out.
So, therefore, the BJP was a clear winner, one. Two, by constantly hammering that 2G scam, 2G scam, 2G scam, the BJP was able to drive this point home to people that there was something glaringly wrong with the way the 2G allocations had taken place. So that way the BJP helped itself politically by disrupting Parliament also.
Absolutely.
That is why I am saying that this time round there are no clear winners yet. We have to wait for UP elections to see whether the Congress has been able to send its message across to people or the BJP has been able to do so.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, for throwing light on how the Parliament session, the winter session of the Parliament, which was a washout, has been the least productive session in the past 15 years. For more news and updates, log on to IndianExpress.com.